Welcome, everybody. To another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. With our analysts Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. Here we go. Here's Wright. Ooh, poked away.
Away team foul. Julius Erving. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Wright. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. Fareed grabs the board.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Daniels. Pure from three-point range.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Outside Wembanyama. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. About a minute played here so far in the first. Outside for Irving. And stolen by Banchero. Beyond the arc. And it's Wright missing. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And Irving gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Banchero the screen. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Outside Wembanyama. Launches it. Hits the three-pointer.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
On the wing, Daniels. Irving for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Now here's Banchero. Here's Wembanyama. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Irving, no good. And they're running. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Pass to Coulibaly. They set a pick. Wide open. Buries the jump shot.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Wright. Inside. Here's Reddish. Uses the glass on the layup.
Reddish pinballing, fighting his way through the defense, and then finding a way to score.
Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Pass to Banchero. To the inside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
It's stolen away. Outside Reddish. Here's Fareed. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
55 seconds left in the first quarter here. Irving for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
3 points.
Irving's got 8. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Wembanyama screen. And here's Wright from the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Irving. Give him 8. Three-pointer. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And they're on the break. Here's Banchero. Banked it in off the glass. 6 points for him.
In transition, Banchero already knows to turn on the Jets. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense to catch up on him at all.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Up 3 and back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Irving. And Irving powers it home.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. The 3 from Wembanyama. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Irving. Pass to Ayton. And here's Coulibaly. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Wright. And he gets it to go. Wright's got 5 now.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Banchero the screen. Back to Wright. Pass to Banchero. Wembanyama screen. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Outside Koulibaly. Fires from deep. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Got a piece of it. Left side Irving. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Banchero. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the away team.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
Away team foul. Dyson Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Banchero. Give him 8.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Outside Wembanyama. Fires for 3. Ooh, Wembanyama just too good.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Jacks up a 3. Irving, no good. Banchero outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to right. And he goes in for the dunk.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
From behind the arc. Drills it from deep. Koulibaly's got 8.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
The kick out to Banchero.
Away team foul. Dyson Williams. Second personal foul.
And the visitors call time here.
Foul.
On the wing, Whitmore. Pass to Chalmers. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's De Silva. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Kamare. 4-3. Connects from downtown.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Down low. It's picked off. Here's the break. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Back to Whitmore. Pass to Chalmers. Outside Whitmore. To the middle. Here's Ellison. Hey, from beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. And the visitors call time here.
Guarded.
Here's Daniels. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Continuing their momentum going into the break. He tacks on 3 more.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Down low. Pass to Black. Out to the right wing. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Whitmore. Tipped. In transition. Here they come. The three is up. Here's Brewer. Fires the three. And the three-pointer goes.
3 points.
Brewers got 5 now.
And make some noise for your team. Let's keep it going for your answer.
Here's Chalmers. No points yet. Outside Whitmore. From outside the arc. They get it again. Got a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington.
Team ball.
Here's Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Whitmore outside. Ellison grabs the board. Left side Covington. Down it.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Anthony Black.
They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Here's Whitmore outside. That one is off.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Oh, and there's a one-hand.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
The home team calls timeout. So it's the home team now. Down by 12. Here's Chalmers. No made baskets yet. Outside Whitmore. Back to Coulibaly. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Rebounded by Kamari.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Ellison's shot is good. Here's Brewer. He's got 5. Pass to Ellison. Oh, from deep. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. To the inside. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Brewer. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. Brewers got 6 in the quarter.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ellison. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Outside Coulibaly. Inside. Here's the Silva. Oh, Covington with a block.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Black, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Whitmore. Pass to De Silva. Launches a three. And that one's good. Whitmore.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Outside Covington. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Covington's got 5 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Whitmore. He's off on the layup. In transition. Takes the three. Shot is good. Good by Brewer. He's got 11.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
The home team calls timeout. From deep, Wembanyama. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And that. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Right outside. Out to the wing. Pass to Banchero. And stolen by Irving. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Now Aiden. Here's Daniels. Pounded by Wright. It's stolen by Wright. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's Daniels. Fires the three. Buries it from three.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Banchero, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside for Irving. There's the three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he's good on the second.
Taking 3 shots.
And he makes all three. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
The three from Wembanyama. Fareed grabs the board. Irving looking around. This one for three. Right with the board. In transition, here they come. Outside Reddish. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Here's Daniels. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. Gets the three ball to go. Irving's got 19 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
And we are used to seeing bigs these days hit threes. Yes, sir!
That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. Aiden up there just to drop it in and take some of that rim with them.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Fareed. Outside for Irving. Fades and shoots. Fareed grabs the board. Banchero surveys to the left side wing. Left side Wembanyama. 14 feet away. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Pass to Coulibaly. Aiden with a screen. There's the triple. And it's Coulibaly missing. A minute 39 left in the game. Here's Fareed. Outside for Wembanyama. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. Right side, Coulibaly. The three ball. Fareed grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Coulibaly. And 1:01 left in the fourth. Puts up a three. Drains the triple.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Back to Wembanyama. From the arc. They get it back. Fareed. Right wing. Right outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Coulibaly. Another steal! Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Irving. Fires in the triple.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Wembanyama. Here's Fareed. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was... Joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. Got a piece of it. All by himself. Here's Wright. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Well, you can see in transition, it's DeLon Wright's speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Banchero the screen. Banchero throws it down.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Irving attacking. Good D by Wembanyama. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Oh, wow! Incredible! Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Outside for Wembanyama. Sinks it from distance.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
On the wing, Daniels. Six on the shot clock. Oh, wow!
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Right outside. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Fareed. Oh, powered down with both hands.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Reddish. That three's off the mark.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Remaining first 2 minutes.
Pass to Koulibaly. The three. Fareed grabs the board. He's all alone. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Irving for three. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Banchero. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Koulibaly. From outside the arc. The shot that time not on target. Here's the break. Here's Reddish. The kick out to Banchero. Wembanyama screen. Launches it. And it's Banchero with a three. Banchero's got 8.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
They set the screen. Here's Daniels. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Wright. Takes him. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive. Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
To the middle. And here's Koulibaly. Pass to Aiden. Here's Daniels. Fires the three. The putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
19.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Now here's Banchero. Misses off the inbound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to Irving. Back to Daniels. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Daniels has got 5 points.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Banchero outside. Left side, Wembanyama. Stolen by Ayton. And Irving powers it home.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Right outside. Drops in the three. 7 points in the game.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Pass to Aiden. Over to the wing. Stolen by Wembanyama. Banchero outside. Wembanyama with it. Is covered by Aiden. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
They set the pick. Irving for three. Buries it from three. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Daniels. He's got 5. Inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Right outside. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama screen. Stolen by Ayton. Back to Wright. Stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Wow, That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And the visitors call time here. .157 left in the first half of this game. Right outside. Wembanyama screen. Pass to Farid. Shot clock at 5. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Here's Coulibaly. Driving inside. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Jams it in off the great move.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And it's Coulibaly missing. 52 seconds left to play in the half. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Farid. And here's Wembanyama. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the away team.
First one falls for him.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the work habits to be great in this league. Can't wait to watch.
Here's Brewer. And he drives in. Oh, he misses the dunk. Pass to Ellison. From downtown. Shot is good by Brewer. And the visitors call time here. .23 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Down low. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Here's Black. Pass to Brewer. There's the three. That one no good. The shot off that time. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Whitmore. Soft touch off the glass.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Into the lane. Brewer.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. To the inside. Outside Covington. Nails it from beyond the arc. Covington's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Chalmers. No points yet. Pass to Ellison. And they're pushing it up. Here's Black. And he jams it home with authority.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Whitmore. Pass to Ellison. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup. Ellison's got his first basket.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Picked by Covington. Here's Brewer. Out to Covington. Here's Kamare. Koulibaly defending. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Ellison. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Away team ball.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend. And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
That free throw misses.
For the away team.
And the second free throw is good. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Chalmers. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Ellison. Here's Brewer. Here's Black. Pure from three-point range. Black's got 5 points now this quarter.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And that one's good. Covington.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Brewer. Give him 8. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's Whitmore. Pass to Ellison. No good on the 3. 43 seconds left in the third. Now here's Covington. They set a pick. Here's Black. Here's Brewer. Whitmore defending. Goes back up. Shot is good by Brewer. Brewer's got 9 points here in the second half.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Here's Brewer. No good with the triple. In transition, here they come. Gets it off. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Daniels. Outside Irving. Takes the three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And that one is stuffed right through.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target.
Irving for three. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Jumps up. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And it's incredible how taking good risk on defense often leads to good looks at the other end.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys, such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Here's Banchero. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork in the post. He stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
No good on the second free throw. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Koulibaly with it. Picked up by Reddish. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First team foul.
So it's the home team now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Irving looking around. To the left side wing. The three from Ayton. Counted from distance.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Outside Wembanyama. Puts up a three. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Outside Irving. Here's Daniels. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Irving for three. Fareed grabs the board. Outside Reddish. They get it back. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. Back to Wembanyama. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
Ayton with a screen. Koulibaly on the wing. He drops it from range.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Second personal foul.
He misses the free throw.
Shooting for the away team.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Right side, Irving. Three-pointer. Clock at 6. Fires for three. Fareed grabs the board.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
To the inside. Here's Ayton. Outside Irving. The three ball. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. In transition, here they come. Here's Fareed. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for the away team, Kenneth Fareed. 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. So it's the home team now. They lead by 14. Right side, Irving. Out to the right wing. The three. Fires hitting the triple.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Back to Wembanyama. Lets the three fly. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's Irving. Can't connect. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.
Fans, thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline.
Here we go.
Daniels with it. And Wright pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Wright, and Wright throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Warwick. Wembanyama outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now here's Wright. Wembanyama, right side. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Fareed. Wright looking around. And Wright throws it down hard.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Fareed with a clean look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Warwick. Oh, and the jam by Warwick.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
They set the pick. Now, Koulibaly. Screen by Fareed. Out to the right wing. And finished off by Fareed.
It's one of the things Fareed does best, throwing it down. He's an impressive athlete with great power, too.
Pass to Wembanyama. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. 5 on the clock. A wide open look here for Wright. And the 3 off target. Daniels inside the line. Banked in off the glass. Daniels has got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And stolen by Ayton. Cuts off the pass. Here's Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Koulibaly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, With nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Koulibaly, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Here's Daniels, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Outside Irving. A three-pointer is right on target.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
Wembanyama outside. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Count it. He's got 7.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And there's the foul. It's on Hakeem Warren.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Daniels. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Wembanyama. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. They lead by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Here's Brewer. Here's Black. Outside Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Ellison with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Brewer. Chalmers outside. For the 3. They get it back. The shot comes out. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Here's Kamare. Still scoreless. To the paint.
Oh, man.
And he dunks it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Chalmers outside. Here's the screen. And here is Brewer. And he drops that one in.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
There's a screen by Covington. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
Here's Brewer. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Brewer's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Pass to Ellison. Now, here's Brewer. He has 5. Here's Mobo. Lock at 6. And he converts the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening.
There's a screen by Covington. Fires the 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
Pass to Ellison. Back to Chalmers. Over Brewer. Chalmers' shot is no good. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Black. He has yet to score. And the dunk by Covington.
Man, I like to see Covington get aggressive in the paint, sending a message to the defense with that dunk.
Chalmers outside. Now Brewer into the lane.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Brewer with the ball. There's the pick. Here's Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Brewer, good.
And Brewer is so long. I mean, a capable scorer inside. He rises up quickly to get his shot off.
And here is Chalmers. He gets it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The visiting team.
They lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Fareed. 3-pointer, Daniels drills it from outside. Daniels has got 11 points.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And that one's good. Right.
That's just a good example of Wright taking what the defense gives. I mean, why settle for an outside shot when there's room to work inside?
Outside Irving. To the middle. Pass to Koulibaly. Screen by Fareed. And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got his 2nd bucket.
Good job. Nice job by Fareed to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And here is Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Irving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Wright. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in. Wright's got 6 points in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Back to Fareed. A shake. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The kick out to Fareed. Misses the three. Here is Daniels. 11 points in the game. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
Third team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. Now, here is Irving. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gift.
And Benyama outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Koulibaly. That's good, and it's Benyama with the assist. Koulibaly's got himself on the board with 3 there. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Tipped away. And they're running. Here's Fareed. Oh, wow, man.
And, you know, at 6'8", Fareed runs the floor beautifully. I mean, this guy's like a gazelle in the open court.
The kick out to Wright. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here we go. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
And Brewer, remarkably quick, a speedy player who can get to the rack easily.
Here's Chalmers. The 3. Brewer, good. Brewer's got 10.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Fourth team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now Brewer, 11 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kamare. Brewer with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
There's the pick. Pass to Reddish. They swipe it. And there's the drive.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Flat. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Brewer. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And here's the fast break. Brewer with the ball. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. They're up by 9. And time to step aside. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So it's the visitors now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. There's the three, and the three ball is good.
And Brewer has no shame or shyness when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc. And he gets the shot off quickly from there, too.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Ellison. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And here is Brewer. Ellison with the rebound. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Here's Brewer. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Brewer. Pass to Kamare. Ellison with the rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Chalmers outside. There's a good screen. Here's Ellison. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Outside, Covington. And And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Ellison. 6 to shoot on the wing. Brewer. Here's Ellison, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And, you know, Brewer does a lot of things well, including passing the rock.
And Chalmers slams it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Going inside.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
And I tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Now Daniels. Screen by Fareed. Irving for 3. Hands it from downtown.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
And I tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Fareed with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Daniel. And it's right, sending it back. Here's Koulibaly. Lays it up off the glass.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Nice floor awareness that time from right. Spots the gap and then finds the open man.
Outside Irving. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off target from three-point range.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Pass to Warwick. Money! There's 10 seconds left in the game. Drives to the hoop. On the wing, Irving. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him.
We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Fareed. Outside for Irving. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's the break. Here's Coulibaly. Right with the ball. The 3 ball. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Lets it fly. Irving, that's good.
Well, that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Wright. To the wing on the left. And there's a pick. Here's Warwick. And he converts the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Back to Wright. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Here's Warwick. Stolen by Ayton.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And it's Wright missing. Here's Daniels. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Here's Fareed. Rebounded by Warwick.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul. To the paint. Here's Coulibaly. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Warwick. Wembanyama screen. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So it's the home team now. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Fareed. Back to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance. Irving's got 8 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Wembanyama with it. Here's Warwick. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Here's Daniels. 6-point lead. And there's the screen. Fires for 3. Fareed grabs the board. And 1:01 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Wright. Here's Fareed. Going inside. Here's Warwick. And there's the 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
44 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Coulibaly. Hits the 3-pointer. 5 points in the game.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Warren. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
For the away team, Hakeem Warren.
And so he makes both from the line.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Koulibaly. Deflected. Now here's Wembanyama. No points yet. Pulls it. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Good chance here for Irving. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up 7. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Pass to Ellison. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Brewer, covered by Covington. Here's Chalmers. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
For the away team.
Good on both. Here's Black. Here's Brewer. Picked by Covington. Down low. Here's Black. Pass to Brewer. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Chalmers. They set a pick. Launches a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Pass to Brewer. Lets it go from deep. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Brewer. He's scoreless.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Chalmers. And he hits it to tie the game. Chalmers has got 7.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And they're running. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Chalmers. 7 points in the game. Over Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reddish. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's Brewer. Pass to Ellison. Now Covington. To the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Here's Brewer. Oh, deflected. Here's Ellison. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get posted.
To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And Brent, what you like about Tamati Kamara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, will it ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick? He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Pass to Kamari. To the right side. Here's Brewer. And he goes in for the dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
For three, Covington sinks it from distance. Covington's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, if you look up 3 and D in the dictionary, you might see a photo of Robert Covington. He's bringing that spacing to his offense.
Pass to Ellison. Here's Brewer. Here's Mobo. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Ellison. Outside Reddish. To the wing, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And Covington putting in the work right now on the defensive end.
Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Here's Brewer. No points so far. Drills it from deep. Takes a three. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Wright. He takes it in. Here's Warwick. Back to Wright. 5 on the clock. Outside Coulibaly. Sinks the tray. Coulibaly's got his first 3 points of the game.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Out left to the wing. Back to Irving. Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Pass to Warwick. 4-3. Gets the 3 to fall. Warwick's got 7 points.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Now here's Coulibaly. Back to Irving. Here's Daniels. Pounded by Wright. Outside Coulibaly. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And here's Wright. Yet to see a basket. On the take. Pass to Fareed. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Daniels. Ayton with a screen. Now Irving. Back to Daniels. 6 to shoot. And here's Irving. Ayton with a screen. From the corner. And that one's good. Irving. He's got 10.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
And he dunks it down. Woo!
BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Here's Ayton. Pass to Irving. Here's the three. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Ayton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
Ayton hits them both. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
Old team foul. Julius Erving. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Koulibaly.
2 minutes and
Pass to Fareed.
2 minutes.
Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, as soon as Fareed gets the ball there, you know he's going to rise up for the dunk. He is constantly looking to throw it down.
Oh, my God. That was impressive. How many guys can flush it like this man?
Not many, that's for sure. He can really fly.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
There's a screen. A minute 35 left in the third. And he jams it home with authority.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. To the inside. Here's Ellison. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Pass to Brewer. Fires the three. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Black. Out to the right wing. Here's Brewer. And he gets the jumper to drop. Brewer's got 5 points. Here's Brewer. Here he goes. Here's Ellison. Pass to Brewer. From the arc. Buries it from 3. 7 points in the game.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Brewer. Now here's Covington. 12 seconds.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third. Up 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. To the paint. Here's Brewer. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Well, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Reddish. Good D by Covington.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Black. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Pass to Reddish. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, that's got to feel good. Reddish rising up.
Inside. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Coulibaly knocks down the long J.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Back to Coulibaly. Puts up a 3. And that's good. Irving for 3. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The shot by Fareed, no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Irving. Let's go with a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here's Wright. Outside Coulibaly. Wembanyama screen. From behind the arc. The big man, Wembanyama sinks the 3.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Irving for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Irving's got 21.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Over to the left wing. Here's Warwick. Offensive rebound. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Nice timing as Aiden's up there for the rejection.
Irving for 3. Doesn't go for him. On the break. A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Ayton with a screen. Irving looking around. From deep three-point range. Pass to Ayton. From downtown. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Here's Warwick. Puts up a deep 3. Releases. Wembanyama's shot is good. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Irving for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Now Wembanyama. Three-pointer. And it's Irving with a rebound. Fires from way outside. Offline. And so the home crowd treated to a win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence.
Michael.